Welcome back to another episode of On the Subject. I'm your host, Michael Vilardo, co-founder and CEO of Subject, subject.com, subject.ai. You know where to find us. We're extremely excited for today's guest. We're finally back on our home turf in Southern California with arguably the farthest south district in California. Potentially, we might have to discuss that. An incredible educator, director of expanded learning at Calexico Unified, Esmeralda Garcia. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, we're so excited and we're so indebted to you and everything you do for your students. And that's always where I really like to start is like, why? Why do you want to be in education? Why do you care so much about helping people?
Honestly, I had one teacher that I can still think back that invested in making sure that I was moving forward. And as I got older and you meet tons of teachers, professors, counselors, everyone in the education field, not everybody is that game changer for students. And early on in my career, I got into social work and I saw just how much the education no field failed their kids, and I wanted to be a champion for kids. And so I went into education for that. And the reason that I do what I do now, I have the unique opportunity to bring kids what their parents can't give. So in expanded learning, we're just a playing field. We're there to even out the access and the resources to kids that might not have access and resources given to them. So that's why I do what I do.
And that's what's so beautiful about education. You're such an inspiration because you're fighting for every student to have equity and to have a chance to be able to compete and pursue the life that they want in their life. That's absolutely beautiful. So tell me more about this program. I've heard such great things from our teammates here at Subject, and it sounds like it's really unique in the space, this after school situation. Tell us about it and how did you be able to will this into existence?
Wow. Well, my journey started 11 years ago. I came into education as a new counselor and I was looking to connect with kids. Someone said, "Hey, come into after school. You could connect with kids anytime after school." And so I did, and I fell in love with it. So I came up with people in my field that were fighting the fight. We are now very fortunate to have one of the biggest budgets when it comes around education. But what makes my programs different and what makes them thrive is my ability to believe that we can make changes in students' lives beyond the school bell. And so I can tell you that my programs are great because I have that vision of making them great. And so I spend countless hours after school on weekends providing programming because I have a vision that no matter how much I accomplish, there's so much more that I can bring kids. And so one of those things has been credit recovery, ballet,
Amazing.
painting, like art, academic intervention alongside credit recovery for our lower grades is really getting them to recover some of those skills that they might have missed due to pandemic, due to access. And so what makes us great is my vision, but also the great team that I have. And the people that I surround myself with, including Subject, have a lot of partners in our community with vendors, but what really brings it to life is the fact that it's not just the vision, it's pushing through those incremental steps to implementation.
Yeah, no, I love what you talk about recruiting a team. It's all about team. We say here, championship sports team mentality. We're trying to win the NBA title, Stanley Cup. It's about the people you surround yourself with. What's it been like being able to recruit so many great educators in Imperial County to work with your leadership?
I think it speaks to the type of leader that I am. To be honest with you, I am very humble, but I've come to the
This is time
realization.
to shine the light on you. This is great. And she is so humble, but this is so special. Your recruiting ability, especially because what you've been able to do and take kids at risk and put them in an educational setting after school, that takes an incredible team. And the vision leads that team. How much of a shared mission do you and your leaders share? How did you recruit them?
So I always start off by bringing in people to my fold. I'll entice them with supports for their classroom, with some extra funding for materials and giving them access to great like field trips and things like that. And so I always entice them with little things. And once they see the magic that we make happen, I mean, once you drink the punch, you can't really go back, right? And so that's really been the way that my leadership works is I like to show people that I'm not just here to talk about what I do, but I'm in the trenches. I show up for Saturday programming If kids need to be served food, I'm going to serve food. If trash needs to be collected, I'm going to collect trash. That's just the leader that I am. And I think that people appreciate working alongside you, and they get to share your vision that way. They get to see you do the work.
No job is beneath you mentality is absolutely infectious, and definitely admire that about you. One thing we do love when we culminate these podcasts is whether it's a teacher or a student, and it could be anonymous, but if you want to give them a shout out, we love to express gratitude here towards an individual in the education space that really helped affect you for the positive. So whether that's a teacher from when you're growing up, or in your shoes now today, a student that's really inspired you and made you a better person, we'd love to thank them into the camera and shout them out in the podcast.
Perfect. I could think of two
Let's
people.
give them
All right.
two
All
shout
right.
outs.
I had this student my first year, Brittany. She's passed away now, but I think that for the short time that I was in her life, I really was a champion for her. And she came back several years after and just thanked me for never giving up on her. I remember going to her house and not letting her be absent. I was like, "You are going to school." So I always think of Brittany when I have tough days because that's why I do what I do. And the other person is, and subject is very familiar with Brisa.
Oh, we're huge
Brisa
fans. Yeah.
Brisa was my mentor coming up in the ranks as an administrator. She says that she didn't think that I would bring the programs to what they are now because we were very different when I started, but it was her ability to believe in me and show me leadership that has made me the leader I am today.
I think the biggest thing you could take from this incredible conversation is believing in people, especially when they don't believe in themselves. If you could give them that confidence, it's really special. And that's clearly what you've done for so many individuals. And we're thankful for you being in our lives and how many students you've affected over the course of your career. And we're excited to have a long journey ahead together. And really, please follow us on YouTube, Spotify, click subscribe, comment down below to hear incredible episodes like this highlighting innovators in education. Thank you so much for your time, Esmeralda. This is incredible.
Thank you for having me.